This is the electric rotary cutter. It's easy to operate by just holding it in your hand, squeezing the button on the bottom. It has a dual blade system that prevents fabric from slipping and ensures you get an accurate cut on your fabric. No mat is needed because there's a protective guard at the bottom that rests right on the table as you're cutting. That also helps to prevent fatigue because you're not having to hold this up in the air. It has a little weight to it, so you can just rest this on the table as you're cutting. It has a built-in sharpener, which is right in here next to the blade, and you'll push the button on the opposite side and it'll shove the stone right against the blade, so you'll sharpen it while it's running. It includes lubricant and a hexagon blade, and you can order extra blades also. The hexagon blade is great for your everyday use in the workroom. You can also get a round blade that you can use for Kevlar or thin and delicate fabrics. It's also available in 220 volts, and it's a great time saver in the workroom for cutting out your upholstery fabrics, stack cutting cushions and pillows, cutting out all those linings and inner linings. And it also saves on fatigue of your hands, and it'll save time. I'm going to demonstrate how to use the electric rotary cutter. I have 8 layers of a outdoor fabric that's a heavyweight upholstery fabric. I need to adjust the guard, so I'm going to unscrew that and move the guard up for thicker fabrics, and you can move it down if you're just doing a single layer of lining, for example. So I'm going to move it up to about the thickness of my layers of fabric, put that in, and then start cutting. You can see how easy and fast the rotary cutter is to use. The rotary cutter is a huge time saver for those large upholstery projects, especially when cutting out welt cord. I have a piece of bias chenille fabric. I'm just going to fold it into a smaller package. So these are a lot of layers. You could not cut this out very easily with a regular pair of scissors. And then mark some welt strips, whatever size is needed. I like to cut them a little larger and serge them off. And then use the rotary cutter and that is a fast way to cut lots of nice long bias strips. The rotary cutter is a great time saver if you're cutting multiple linings. I have a layered 8 pieces of lining here. You can see how fast that goes. You can also use it on inner linings. This is the Rotary medium weight bump, which is a pretty heavy weight inner lining material. And it goes easily through 2 layers. And even easily through 4 layers. So you can see what a time saver this device is, but remember to be very careful with it. This is very sensitive, so when you lay it on your table, you want to make sure it's on the side. Please unplug it if you're walking away from the table so someone doesn't accidentally pick it up. And when you're not using it, store it out of the way of small children.